Aye, we give you the facts. It's not what you think. Popeye Newsling, Young King, 1 yard, bless.
Good morning, Popeye. Grandma watch Popeyes every morning and every night.
Greetings, viewers and subscribers. Now, I have always wondered, and I am sure it's not me alone. And if you know the answer, please drop it in the comment section below. I have always wondered, why is it we don't celebrate Mother's Day the same day like England? England celebrated Mother's Day earlier this year on Sunday, March 19. In Jamaica, we celebrate Mother's Day the same day it is celebrated in the United States of America, the second Sunday of May. The idea started in the United States when a woman named Anna Jarvis held a small memorial service for her own mother on Sunday, May 12, 1907. Soon after, most places in the United States started observing the day, and in 1914, the US president made it a national holiday. Lots of other countries celebrate Mother's Day at different times of the year as well. Now, I have been sent a lot of messages to send out Mother's Day greetings. The requests are too much, so I can't do it individually. I would like to take time out to wish all mothers a happy Mother's Day. And for you, yes, you that are fortunate to still have your mom around, cherish her. Call her every chance you get. Visit her every chance you get. Hug her every chance you get. Tell her you love her every single chance you get. Because guess what? One day, all those chances might be gone. Dear Mama, the only solace for me is the sweetest memories you have left me with. Your absence has left me with a void, and only these memories help me survive. With lots of love. I know you are smiling down at me. A happy Mother's Day to you, Mama. You will always and forever live in my heart. Love your mama. Enough respect. Now, on to the news. We are learning that Friday evening, a member of staff locked up the New Roads Primary School in the Darlington police area in the parish of Westmoreland and went away. Yesterday morning, Saturday, May 13, about 7 o'clock, a member of staff went to the school and realized that it was broken into. Hoodlums forced open the door for the classroom and pried off the padlock for the tuck shop. They entered and ransacked the place. They ended up stealing several food items and cash amounting to over $40,000. Boy, may I tell you. And still in the parish of Westmoreland, an alleged RaypaBull is in police custody. His name is Andy Garden, and he'll be celebrating his 42nd birthday on the 30th of this month. He's said to be an electrician, and he's living at Johnson Land in the Sheffield area. We are learning that a young girl, she celebrated her 12th birthday just last week. She's living in a 2-story house with her family. Her room is downstairs. Alleged RaypaBull Andy is living next door to them. Yesterday afternoon, Saturday, May 13, about 2:30. This young girl, she was fast asleep in her room, but her room door was left open. Alleged RaypaBull Andy, he looked and saw that this young girl was sleeping in her room and that her bedroom door was open. Alleged RaypaBull Andy, you know what he did? Him Jim Screechy and went into the room. You know what Jim Screechy mean, right? Yes, man, him tiptoed. So, alleged RaypaBull Andy, him Jim Screechy and go into the room. Him take off his pants and his underwear. Alleged RaypaBull Andy, he then started taking off the young girl's shirts. Luckily, she no sleep dead. The young girl, she jumped up and she saw alleged RaypaBull Andy over her with him sitting stiff in front of him. The young girl, she tried to call out to her mother who was upstairs, but alleged RaypaBull Andy covered her mouth. She managed to run out of the room and bawl out. The young girl's mother looked and saw alleged RaypaBull Andy running out of the room, dressed only in his white marina and naked from his waist down. A report was made to the police and alleged RaypaBull Andy. He was picked up by the police. Happily, this young girl is not a dead sleeper. Ah boy. And talking about RaypaBull, have you heard about the police sergeant and constable who were charged for RaypaBull offences? The sergeant's name is Bruce Walker and the constable, his name is Rohan Mullings. Now, let me tell you what the allegations are, because you might be hearing all kind of things. I'm going to be telling you what the allegations are. It is alleged that on Tuesday, May 28, 2013, almost 10 years ago, these two alleged RaypaBull police, they were on patrol in the parish of St. James. They were dressed in uniform and driving a marked police vehicle. About 4 o'clock in the afternoon, they were given an assignment by Police Area 1 Control to assist a teenager who was held by 4 RaypaBulls in a house. They were told that the RaypaBulls, they did you know what to this teenager, then released her. The alleged RaypaBull sergeant and constable, they went to Cornwall courts where they saw the teenager and picked her up in the police vehicle. The allegations are that they told her to show them the house where the sexual assault took place. The cops went to the house, entered it, then returned to the police service vehicle. They then drove off. It is further alleged that the two alleged RaypaBull cops, they drove around with this young girl in the police vehicle until it got dark. It is alleged that the two alleged RaypaBull police, they went and parked in an area. Then they took turns in doing you know what with this young girl against her will. The allegations are that this was done on the back seat of the police vehicle. It is alleged that the same day, the teenager, she made a report at the Freeport police station that she was sexually abused by the 4 men. For whatever reason, she did not report that the cops did anything to her. Some 2 years later, on April 7, 2015, the teenager, she reported the matter to the Sissoka office in Kingston. As a result, a statement was collected from her and she was medically examined. Investigations were carried out and a file submitted to the DPP, who ruled that the cops should be charged. They were charged last week, some 10 years after the alleged incident. Now, I am sure a lot of persons are gonna have a lot of questions. There will be a lot like, why she didn't do this, or why she didn't do that, why she takes so long to report it, and so on. You see, I am sure there are answers for all those questions. But what I'm not gonna be doing is second guessing a victim in a case like this. The question I would ask in a case like this, or the questions I would ask persons who are gonna say this young girl is lying, is simply this: based on the allegations, what would be her motivation to tell lie on the police? Think about it. This next incident, it took place yesterday afternoon, Saturday, May 13, about some minutes to 1 o'clock. It took place at Bottom Train Line in the Gregory Park area in the parish of St. Catherine. We are learning that residents, they heard a barrage of gunshots being fired in the area. When the shooting subsided, they went and made checks. When they checked, they saw a man. His name is Johnoy Crooks. He is 24 years old and he was a security guard. He was employed to Mackay Security Company, and he lived in the same area. Johnoy, he was seen lying on his right side in a pool of blood. As a result, the police were called. When the police went and inspected Johnoy, he had gunshot wounds to his head and his upper body. When this crime scene was processed, 8 9mm spent shells were recovered from the scene. The mayhem. Now, this next incident, it took place early yesterday morning, Saturday, May 13, about 1 o'clock. It took place at Marcell's chill spot at Wiltshire, right on the border of Trelawney and St. James. That man on your screen, his name is Marcell Angus Hyatt, but he was popularly known as Gus. He is 42 years old and he operated the Marcell's chill spot. It is a shop that sells all kinds of knickknacks. He lived at Tartoga Drive in Greenwood in the parish of St. James. We are also told that a man who is popularly known as Likkle Man, he worked with Gus. We are told that he's called Likkle Man because of his structure. He's about 5 feet 4 inches tall. We are told that Gus and Likkle Man, they were in the process of locking up the shop when a motor car drove up and stopped. A guy posing as a customer, he came out of the car and went into the shop. He ordered something, and while he was being served, the customer, who turned out to be a hoodlum, he pulled a gun from his waistband and he opened gunfire, hitting both Gus and Likkle Man. The hoodlum, he then ran out of the shop and jumped into the waiting motor car, making good his escape. The police were called, and when they inspected both men, Gus, he had gunshot wounds to his upper body, his right hand and both feet, while Likkle Man, he had gunshot wounds to his head and his upper body. From all indication, they both died on the spot. We are told that when the police processed this crime scene, 13 9mm spent shells were recovered from the scene. The mayhem. So let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. Have you hit on the love button as yet? If you have not yet done so, remember to do it. Also, if you are over here watching our videos and you have not yet subscribed, hit on the subscribe button. As also, hit on the notification bell. Then click all, so that whenever we drop a new video, you will be the first to be notified. In the final story for today, this one took place last night, Saturday, May 13, about 9:30. It took place at a place named Mount Zion in the Barrettown Police area in the parish of St. James. We are learning that residents of the area, they stumbled upon the lifeless body of 3 men in pools of blood. 2 of the men, they were seen lying face down along the roadway, and the other one, he was seen lying on his back in bushes along the roadside. Now, I've dropped a video over on Patreon earlier this morning with the men on the ground. We can't drop that on YouTube. The police were informed, and when they went on the scene and inspected the bodies, all 3 men had gunshot wounds to their head and their upper body. It is clear that these 3 men, they were executed. From all indication, they died on the spot. Now, up to the time of recording this video, we hadn't gotten their names, but one of them, he appeared to be in his late 20s. He's of a dark complexion, medium built, and about 5 feet 5 inches tall. He had a plaited hairstyle, and he also had a tattoo of a dice with the number 6 on one of his feet. He was wearing a black hoodie sweater, blue jeans shorts with a black belt, and a black Nike shoes. The second man, he appeared to be in his early 20s. He's of a dark complexion, medium built, and about 5 feet 4 inches tall. He had a low-cut hairstyle, and he had a large tattoo on one of his arms. Now, that tattoo is between his wrist and his elbow. He was dressed in a blue t-shirt, grey jeans pants, and a pair of black and white slippers, whilst the third man, he appeared to be in his late 20s. He's of a stout build, about 5 feet 6 inches tall. He had a cornrow hairstyle. He was dressed in a blue and white shirt with the word Nautica written on the front. Blue jean shorts and blue Crooks slippers. We are told that when the police processed this crime scene, 32 9mm pen shells were recovered from the scene. Now, as soon as we get their names, I'll be telling you who they are. In the meantime, on this Mother's Day, the mayhem continues. Blessed love, everybody.
Tell a friend for tell a friend for tell a friend about Papa in Newsling and PNL Vlog TV. Like, subscribe and share. Quicksilver sing, if we just unite, what a country this will be. If we just unite, Jamaica live in unity. If we just unite, what a country this will be. If we just unite, Jamaica live in unity. Hey, crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. I coulda sunshine or rain. Jamaica, no problem, no pain. Rude boy them block out can't tame, but me want me country back. Give me country back. To the street and the lane. Everybody them start complain. Bloodshed, what a shame, what a shame. But me want me country back. Give me country back. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Jamaica, Jamaica, the land of the sun. Jamaica become now the land of the gun. East and north and south when me turn. Country and town, man a pay blood a run. Murder, don't you baby me hear them a murder. Cut it out, tell them no gonna further. Man a dead like cancer and bird, yeah. Who no listen them a word, yeah. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica.